Okay, so let's do the orange bag that is Donald Trump for September and October. Let's see. September, October. Card's gonna keep playing and keep playing with me, aren't you? Okay, September and October. Oh, Lord. You know, I get the question sometimes on if you can influence your cards and see something that it doesn't really say. Sure, you can. Because when you read cards, you're supposed to be channeling a message, not necessarily pulling it out of your mind. You're supposed to be pulling it from your guide, who is guiding you through the reading. That's the whole point of that word, right? But you can see anything that you want to see sometimes. For instance, this would mean that he's transitioned, but that's not what that means. So, there's the High Priestess, the Tower, the Ten of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Six of Swords. There is a secret, or some knowledge, or a plan, possibly even. There's something here, because this is in House Magician. Magician governs your skill, power, talent, your work, your job, that type of thing. Not his job in particular, because he has more of a position. But it would govern that type of thing for regular folk. This here is something that they have been manipulating, or something that they have been lying to us about, basically, with the High Priestess, because it's something like the information is held within the administration. It's not given to us. That gets blown open. This is not like an Epstein thing, unless the Epstein thing is like leaked, because this is what that would be. Because Tower is also in House High Priestess. And so whatever this is gets blown open. But it's like it's leaked or something of that nature. This is not voluntary. When it comes to the Tower, it is not voluntary. It's like it's ripped open and everybody gets to see it, like a raid or something like that. That kind of energy. So whatever these little secrets are, or whatever this information that they held back from us, is coming out. With the Ten of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Six of Swords, this has something to do maybe with death, or the death of someone that they're moving or moving around, migrants or even prisoners, because they keep moving them around, something like that. There's something around maybe a death of people that they keep moving and shifting and things of that nature. Or if someone has died, it was at the hands of this administration. That's coming out. It's not blamed on him. Someone is leaving the administration because of it, though, but that's way down the line past October, because it takes like bureaucracy first before that person moves. Maybe not way down the line, but not immediate. Interesting too, the Empress does appear. She's in House Star. There's something around a woman's health too that is, she's quite poor in health. Attached to him though. At least initially she is. Okay, the Six of Swords though is they're moving someone around, and there may be a death because of that, or someone who has already died. It gets blown open. Somebody they moved or has moved around. Hell, even Epstein, because they moved him too. But there's someone here that died and was moved, or moved and then died, or something like that. But it's something that gets blown open though. We're gonna find out what it is. This is coming soon, more than likely too. Here at the beginning. Five of Wands, the Sun, the Ten of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. There is a court battle of some kind over possibly immigration, because it's like family rights, things of that nature. The Dreamers and all that. There's a court battle on that. That takes a while too. The Four of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Nine of Wands. There is something, that's probably the tariffs, because it's in House Hangman, so it gets suspended or it stalls completely. This is around money and resources, though, being given and taken. And there's a lot of pressure on it, and these are foreign locations. And so here, it changes completely. Page of Wands and House Death, it changes completely. And then there's a lot of pressure upon his administration, because the Nine of Wands is in House Devil. This is not done because we need to raise revenue. This is done because he's trying to be a dictator. So that's why it's in House Devil. Devil is corruption. It would be a different thing if it was like in House Wheel of Fortune, where it's just, okay, we just need more money. But no, this is corrupt. This has nothing to do with trying to raise revenue. The King of Cups, the Empress, the Three of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Moon. There is a bit of growth and celebration here in the beginning. I don't know who he is, but there's something here that Trump really enjoys. But there's a celebration in the beginning, or growth in the beginning, and then it's blocked, and then there's lies and mysteries about it. The celebration itself is over something corrupt, because it's in House Moon. Moon is in House Judgment. So we've heard this before. We've seen this before. We've been here before. But this growth is corrupt. So this is possibly his, what do you call that thing? Crypto, or the end sale. And so there's something here that, and this is not money. This is like partnerships or a project that they were working on that experiences a lot of growth. But there's something here that, since it's exposed, because Two of Swords is in House Sun, since it's exposed, it stops, at least briefly, and then it goes under the table or something like that. There's some sort of thing where he's exercising power that also is coming to a close. So there's someone checking his power, possibly, there too, because Emperor is in House World. World is completion. It's successful completion, but it's completion. So whatever it is that he had there, his power is being challenged a lot here. The Hierophant, his position is in House Fool. There is a beginning. So something new is going on with his job. Also, there could be something foolish that he is doing, especially when you're going into this line here. So he's making a very tragic mistake, and it's going to end with his power being checked. And so by the end of October, November, we're going to see his something being clipped there that he thought he could do that he cannot. Which means that the powers that be may be standing up to him once and for all. That is, if he's still alive anyway. So there is the High Priestess, the Five of Wands, the Four of Cups, and the King of Cups. He wants to, he's targeting Biden here. Because there's something he wants to do, but it's a fight and it's political. And this is in House Lovers. They could have been in that same position because they were both president. There's something there, but it's a legal thing he wants to do, like ending his Secret Service, if he could even do such a thing, or stopping his pension, or moving his pictures, or he wants to do some sort of retaliating thing towards Joe Biden. There. Again, that's if the Dawn is still with us. The Tower, the Sun, the Six of Pentacles, and the Empress. This is like the deconstruction of something. It ends well, though. He's pulling something apart here. Six of Pentacles and House Hangman. This could be vanity, so it's probably the White House. Something like that. Because this is in House Star and that's in House Chariot. Like he's got construction or something. He's pulling something apart. Deconstruction. Construction works, buildings, that type of thing. There's an agenda behind that too. I don't know who's doing it exactly, but there's an agenda behind it. But it's not just for him. It's like to help someone do something. Because it's a charity card. So I don't know if whoever's building or whoever's designing or something, but they got a check out of it. They may have even convinced him that we should do that, and that's where they got their check from. But somebody else is involved in the construction of something. Ten of Swords, the Ten of Cups, Page of Wands, and the Three of Cups. There could be a strike upon someone in a foreign land, and they celebrate. So another Soleimani type of thing, to where they're targeting someone in a foreign country. Not just him, but the administration. They're targeting someone in a foreign country. And he may want to, well, but he may want to watch his health, of course, but his physical well-being, like his actual physical body, not just his mental health itself, but it's not well. This Three of Swords is in House Empress. Empress governs the physical body, like the outside of it, or the parts you can see. And it's not well either. That's why I was seeing all that bruising on his sides and things of that nature. That's not good. Sometimes the outside is reflecting what's going on the inside. But anyhow, targeting someone in a foreign land there. Wheel of Fortune, the Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Two of Swords. Or something around a book. Okay, what kind of book? This is not Epstein files. This is like books or books. That's what I keep hearing. Something around books. I don't know if they're trying to change curriculums in different places. Again, Oklahoma in the 2020 election garbage. But it's like they're trying to change information. Facts, not just information, like facts. The Six of Swords, the Eight of Wands, Nine of Wands, and the Moon. I think, I said this before, but I think he is going to try to get involved in a conflict or start one. Again, if he is still with us. There is some sort of thing by air and by sea. That's sea, that's air. And he is trying to, there is some sort of conflict that he would like to start. There's a lot coming out in the next few months, though, from here to the end of the year, because something is just, whatever they've been trying to hide comes out. The moon presents in the read, which means it's significant. The sun presents too, which means a lot of exposure. The tower presents too, which means a lot of forced exposure. So we're going to see a lot of whistleblowers, a lot of leakers, that type of thing too. When it comes to maybe some of the Epstein victims, there's a lot of conflict around that too. He's helping a man here that may be Vlad. There's resources that he's getting from him. Information too that should be classified. He's also getting. There's a conflict on passing out money too. Or passing out opportunity. Mind you, he's got the MAGA are not very happy when it comes to, because this is in House Lovers, people who are on his side, or relationships. They're not happy about the 600,000 Chinese that he wanted to let in and all that type of stuff. So there's some sort of conflict about giving someone an opportunity for growth there. Well, we'll see. Let's do a few breakdowns here. Pause for the cause. I have no cards. Can you believe that? Oh, wait. Okay, so let's see. What could be coming out about Donald Trump in the next few months? Because if I interpret it correctly, because I could have completely messed it up. The High Priestess in the Tower means that whatever they are keeping back comes out. And not only the Tower, the Sun, and the Moon were in there, which means some exposure, some secrets revealed. So let's see. What could be coming out? The Judgment, 8 of Swords. Decisions. Oh, there's the Tower. It's all coming out. There's the Death. 5 of Pentacles. King of Swords. Couple things. Could be. One, there's a decision. This is probably Garcia. There's a decision being made about someone that they have, like, incarcerated. It could be Maxwell too, but incarcerated in the decisions that they have made from that or for that person that gets exposed. Because this is like racism and shunning and things of that nature. All of that comes out, so that could be him there too. Also, double-edged sword. The 5 of Pentacles speaks of disease. This person has leprosy in the reading. So it speaks of disease. And so there could be some sort of information about this person's, King of Swords, Donald Trump's, well-being. So there's a lot of exposure there too, because again, this is stuff that not necessarily secret, because it can be known, it's just not known by us. The moon is more of a hider. The high priestess is more of a I know the knowledge and you just don't. But this here is saying all that stuff is coming out. So we're going to have a very eventful next 4 months, I think, of information diving when it comes to things that they have been trying to keep back from us, especially about that man and the immigration policies and racism there too. There is again something around conflict or tax there too. That too will be exposed. So that's what I think. So just for grins and giggles, since we're here already, how is his well-being, his physical well-being? Is he all right? Is he not all right? Is he not all there? Is he not all with us? What can you tell me about his physical well-being? Health reading for Donald Trump. Blood's going bad. Blood is going very bad. There is something wrong with the blood. It's got something in it it shouldn't. There's like a, what would cause it to be like, I get like the deepest red that's oxygenated, and that's, I don't know, there's like the deepest red is the color that I keep seeing, but it's something in his blood that should not be. I don't get like excess to where it's like cholesterol. It's just like something in there that shouldn't be. Because I know he's probably on a thinner, but something is just not really working. Something wrong with the lungs as well, or is like not necessarily the lungs themselves, but there's, well, yeah, there could be fluid, like an excess of that in there. There's like an issue with breathing, or like the cobweb feeling there too. This is not current though. This is like the next stage of something. So it's like that's what he's moving into, or he's about to move into, or maybe there's like a pneumonia that might set in or something like that, which would tell me he's been in the hospital. But there's something going on where there's going to be an issue with breathing and breathing. Please don't breathe anymore. Breathing and fluid or something like that. Problems walking, mobility issues for sure, eyesight issues as well there too. But definitely with the walking is going to be quite slow, or he may be wearing something too that prevents him from standing up straight or something like that too. Check the kidneys and the lungs though, or the dual organ thing. Blood flow is the issue. Water intake is an issue. There's like a saline thing that he needs. Dry mouth as well. So that could be a medication side effect. That's what I get. So I think check the lungs, keep an eye on the lungs. There's a mobility issue. But he's going to have trouble breathing if he does. I don't know if this is current. I don't think it is. I think this is what he is about to experience. Again, if he is even with us anymore. Well, let me ask this way. What is coming up for Donald Trump that he should, let's be fair. I'm going to be fair. What is coming up for Donald Trump that he should be excited about? I want to ask that first before I ask the question I really want to ask without being completely biased. You know what? I'm going to go to the question I want to ask. I don't give a damn about his happiness. Yes, I should be neutral and biased, but I mean, the cat's out of the bag on that one, okay? I'm not a right-winger, so moving on. What is it that he should be concerned with over the next 4 months? Donald Trump, what should he be concerned with over the next 4 months? Fuck his happiness. The Emperor and the Five of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. High Priestess. Death card. World. Get a lot of majors there, pal. Two of Cups. There's a man that he is supposed to be completing task for. He should be concerned that that person feels as though their relationship isn't as solid as it could be. Because that person is running out of patience. Patience card over there. They're running out of patience. The deal is starting to go sour. Word of warning is the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is the deal. And here, Emperor is my card for foreign leader, and then there is the outs. This person feels as though we're not on the same page anymore. And the Knight of Pentacles is the taskmaster. This is the person you give a specific job to. There is a change to that. Worried, stressed. This person wants you to perform a specific action and will not rest until you do it. Without that card in there, because they play too much. Without that card in there, let me ask, just to be petty, because I can, because it's my channel. Is Donald Trump still alive? You tell me. He's supposed to make a statement today from the White House, I believe. What flipped up? Hermit. He's wandering the abyss. He's supposed to make a statement today. If they come out and say, oh, he had other obligations, or they show us some AI video from 1492, ciao, bye. Okay, so, is he still alive? Donald Trump. Is he still alive? Page of Wands. Ten of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune. That would say yes. He's still here. Unfortunately, but yes. But we shall see.